We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready, set.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Tag. 70 left. Ready.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Let's say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Ready.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go. Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. Shoves one away. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They run. It's the former Pitt Panther. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Get it. Viking 18.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They're going to try and throw it here.
The 2nd down pass. The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans finish up an excellent opening series. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the double.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Count 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer, 60 Bobcat.
Straight to the air is Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 22 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
1st down throw here from Richardson. Short pass.
You might like losing your feet. Like this game, this should have known.
And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
60 Bison, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Dragon 60. Go.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Gets it to the 15. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts finish off their opening drive. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Spears. And that return ends, but they are very happy about it. Offense taking over all the way down to the opposition's 45.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Go! Cougar 19.
They'll toss it to Johnson. Makes the tackle. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Viking 18.
Johnson up the middle. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
On first down, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now third down.
So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready, ready.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 22. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got it first to begin the fray.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Come on. Set 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Right now, boys. Mustang 19. Let's go.
On the shotgun, it's Richardson. Brought in right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Panther 11.
3rd and 1. Here's Richardson. On the move. Headed right. He's going to run for it. And he goes
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
First and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Here's another for it. And this time he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
Titans 7.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. On the return, here comes Spears. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Ready? Trap 60, trap.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. And he dodged the tackle. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Buffalo 19, shot.
He's going to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Nice look on that one, but it falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
19 Lions. Cowboy 80.
Man in motion here.
Ready?
They're going to try to throw for it. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Titans tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Okay.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, Dragon 60. Go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
79 Broncos. 70 range.
Richardson on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it.
Bronco 80. Trap 50. Trap 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Richardson takes the snap. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Ready? 19 Tiger. 19.
Now an inside give to Johnson. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. Titans take the lead on the first play of the drive. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7.
Colts 14.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on. 76, 18, Pirates. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Nothing, 19.
Back now, pressure coming. And they will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 13-point lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Cook calls it in.
Dang, blowing me, bro.
As they force him out after the gain of 9.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, Richardson fumbled it. But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it.
60 back, ready. Hawk 70, cut back 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down from the 42. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. First down from the 42. Jump off, caught by his back. Massive hit. The ball's out. Got it.
Oh, man, his name.
This just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
They'll run here on 1st down. He cuts it right. marching them to the halftime locker room. Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21.
Colts 14.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Returning it from the 4. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 70, 19 Lions, 79 Broncos, Buffalo 18. Ready?
Richardson. Trying for the deep ball. That's complete inside the 35. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Richardson on first and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now Richardson to throw. And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts chop some of the lead off before the half. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts get it back to a 14-point game.
Colts 21.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. On the return, here comes Spears. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Here we go. Ready?
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. And dose of the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
One of the tight ends in motion left. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. He's out in the clear. 30. The 10.
No,
with no time remaining in the half.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21.
Shit.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Mustang 19.
What is this, bruh?
19 type. 19 type.
What is this shit, bruh?
Richardson. Throw left side, complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready. 65. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Richardson. Chased out to his right. Dumped off to his running back. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Panther 11. Panther. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
To throw, Richardson. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Buying some time right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Let's go! On downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Runs inside the 35. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Surprise, delay!
Further to start the half.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans grow their lead yet again.
49, Colts 21.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dragon 60, Cowboy 80. 19.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep. They connect on the deep shot. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
It's one of those situations that I really can't critique the defensive call at all. I mean, the X's and O's were everything you want, but unfortunately, the Jimmies and Joes, in double coverage of that tight end, couldn't get it done.
to the air on this first down. Richardson buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Here we go. Mustang 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Trap 60, Trap 60. Ready?
They'll throw again. Richardson. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Once more now, it's Richardson. Another turnover, this time it's an interception. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
There he goes, right sideline.
Surprise!
Tennessee touchdown. The Titans parlay the interception into points. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans continue piling on to this lead.
Colts 21.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Rig alert, rig alert. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warrior 70, 19 Lion.
They fake the handoff. Now Richardson finds a man right side. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be first down Colts.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So first down from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hits his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Working quickly here.
Second and 6.
Richardson now. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Titans bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you can score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge, huge results for your team.
They get to Johnson to start this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Johnson gets it again on second. And that's good for a few. He brings up third down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Ready? Here we go. Ready,
Air it out on 3rd.
Got
This
my
finds
face.
his target. That's Taylor. And he's taken down directly off
Brian
the 43-yard
Davis!
line.
Oh my goodness!
12 yards on that play and a good call there for the first. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock,
goodness, bro.
don't get burned taking a
We
risk.
are
Yeah,
flying
it's really the
down
defense
the
that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Now they give to Johnson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Titans football, and this could be over quick. This lead huge entering the 4th.
On the set.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. Hey, go.
On the ground again with Johnson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's brought down at the 30.
A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
Mustang Knights, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
79 Broncos. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Richardson on 3rd. And once again, they can't connect. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Shut up. Trap Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Ready,
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Looking quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
70 Bronco 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Motion.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man. Mustang 19. Go.
From the red zone now. Complete over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13.
Richardson. Dump off caught by his back. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts, making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11.
Here's the backup, first throw. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. You know what? Good for them there. This one's pretty out of hand, but hey, they're still putting in the effort, still putting up points before heading home today.
How do you eat an elephant, Kate?
Ooh, I love that one. One bite at a time, baby.
1 2-point conversion at a time. 8 points at a time. When you're down this big, that's all you could do on your side is just keep on digging and keep on eating bite by bite.
And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Titans have a first.
26 yards. First down, Titans.
70 Lions.
Here's Johnson.
Get off of him. Get off of him, nigga.
Very quickly get into first and goal.
How about that? Just 2 plays to get them into goal-to-go situation. And if
Talking
this
about,
defense
nigga.
doesn't step up, we could see a touchdown right here.
Tag. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll run with Johnson. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right? Just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented a big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Running for it with Johnson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Y'all just gonna get hurt every single
Okay,
play.
this is
Like,
going to be a
damn, bro.
fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Ready.
They'll run with Johnson. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Titans continue piling it on here in the 4th. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Titans tack on 7 more to their lead.
63. Colts 29.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
10 at their own 32-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Completed to his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
And
It's a gain of 4 there. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
43-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready, ready. 18. Buffalo 18.
Looking in the air here. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. First and 10 now from the 46.
60. Ready. 8. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70. Riggs. Riggs.
Looking to throw here. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
They'll try and punch it in. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Colts putting up points in a game decided.
Oh, my God.
Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. Well, Brock, you can't blame him.
He's on the 7. He doesn't panic. He just kneels and then high points the football.
So they had to throw the flag. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Oh, Brock, look at this. She's setting up to throw it. Sends this to the end zone.
7 carries.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
He starts to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. And I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender runs at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
19 tight. 19, 18. Check smash. Check smash. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing again on second. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We gotta bump this up.
Third and long for him here. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down Colts.
46-yard
There we
line.
go. Check. 70 Lions. Check. Hurt. Hurt. Mustang 19. Go.
He's going to throw it again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hurt. Come 19. Hurt. 79 Broncos.
Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And the run will not get there. They're turned away right near that marker. Now it's 4th down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Come on. Set. Viking, 18. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Desperation time here. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Panther 11.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
And the Titans look like they've recovered. Yep, and folks, this game is over.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
We've set it down from the 37. Now an inside give to Johnson. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Titans continue adding on to that lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cougar, Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer.
They'll throw to start the drive. Connects with the open man downfield. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one hits for 30. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
19 Tiger. Rig alert. Come back, 70 Ranger.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Escapes the pocket. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
At the 24-yard line.
It's Johnson on second down. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's third down now. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. On third down, here's Johnson. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.